Morning worlds, Hippy TRev here. Another fairly nice day up here in paradise. Check up on the wall. Max. Fairly nice day up here in paradise today. I need to get back into the boat. Had a bit of a day off yesterday. Run that intro.
Hi, Hippy TRev here and welcome to my channel. Hope you get something out of it.
Love my flag, Max. Just everything, mate. Anyway, so this showed up the other day. Showed you this big ass gauge. I want to have a play with this later today, maybe. I am getting back into the boat today. I'm just going to have a bit of a tinker around with things. I'm going to regap the spark plugs. I'm sure that spark plugs, I'll tell you, when on cold start you hit that cage, you're just like, boom, just like, wow. I think they're good at maybe a cold start or something, but out in the highway and stuff, having the spark that big, I think, yeah, too much work for everything. And so I'm going to gap it back down to hacksaw depth. Now, no one seems to want those Monaro rims that I bought, so I put them on the boat. I don't like them. So that's what she looks like with the Monaro hubcaps on there. That's the look I prefer. Simple, nice, extended deep dishy on the back to extend your nice little fatty on the back, and not so deep dish on the front, and just with hubcaps. Nice look. So anyway, so no one seemed to want me hubcaps at the moment. That's all right. They can just go up on the shed wall. I just get them up around the shed next to me. Awesome Max flag. So I had a bit of a play with this the other day. Carby's got to come apart. I put this on and just, it didn't matter what I did with those screws, nothing happened. So maybe I didn't also not have it plugged in the right spot on the manifold. Probably would help to read if there are actually instructions at all. So I've got it. Set around there, didn't matter what I did with the mixture screws, made no difference. And Christian Curry, I've got a question for you, mate. Can I just keep running in oil, or once this running in oil's done its business and I drop it and change it? I know I need to look for a proper mineral, fully already blended zinc oil. It's going to cost a lot, probably cost a lot more than any other oil, but I'll definitely want to run the motor. I started this morning. It's not a rattle. It's not. Certainly haven't wiped the cam lobe out. That motor is so tight, so quiet. Like I said, this is why I've kept persevering with this motor without trying to do the minimal as possible. Straight up to oil pressure, just tight and right. But the running side of things, I'm not there yet. This is what I've got all this mucking around to do. So anyway, I did play with the gauge, and the end result was no, the gauge just didn't even really move, and the car just did what it did. So basically, I'm going to have to pull the metering block off. I'm going to have to clean all that out. But the first thing I really want to do, I'm going to pull every plug out, go through them again one by one. I'm going to regap them down to proper down to proper hacksaw depth. My field gauges have all rusted up, and the old method was hacksaw blade. It's good enough for me. It's worked in the past. I might even just chuck the timing light on and see where it is. I'm not going to touch the timing. The timing seems to be just about perfect. I did watch this video the other day about power timing, which is how I've timed all my cars from day one, especially with the old girls. I might chuck a timing light on and just see where the marks are for curiosity. But basically, what the video basically says, you get your timing light. Basically, what it said was, you get your basic running. Then the only way to really time these old girls, you take them out, you bring them up to ping. Once you get to ping, he calls it a nudge. We call it a B stick. You back off a B stick on the distribute on the retard. Boom, that's your timing. Timing lights are pretty much there. Okay, so the Grote GT van, there's your pod, mate. I'm just about to throw some bubble wrap on it. I'll throw some bubble wrap on that. I'll mask all this up, and this will be in the post on first thing Monday morning. So your triple pod's on the way, and I hope you're happy with it. It's a little bit rough, but yeah, certainly doesn't fit anything I've got. So the Grote GT van there, mate. I've got onto that, got your address there, that's all ready to go. Glenn and Jackie over in Western Australia. Got your letter. your stickers are in the mail and are ready to go. And rightio, well, it's coming into the bus, and this is, I don't know how the light's going to pick up here. This is the awesome owl. Where's my piece of paper? There we go. I don't know if you can see it. So this is the awesome little owl that. Rightio, so that's my little office area in the bus, and it's where I sit in front of my laptop and communicate with the world and do all my editing. So this here, even though you can't see properly, so this big long thing here is actually a hair wrap my daughter made for me over 20 years ago, but it didn't last too long in my hair because but it didn't last too long in my hair, it was too big, but she made me that. And so that sits there on my desk, and here is the awesome owl that Jackie has hand knitted for me. That's pretty cool. So it's here in the desk, so anyway, it's hanging up here in the office, and there it shall stay. All right, let's get back to it. And like I said, thank you so much for that little owl. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and it's, like I said, it's just hanging up in the office there. So anyway, my mail's sorted, so the Great GT van, mate, I'll get that box up and ready to go. Yours is in the mail, ready to go. Naughty Max is in the mail, ready to go. And that's about it. Now I need to get to work. I really need to get to work, and the first thing I need to do is get in and get them spark plugs out. That's the main thing. I hope the weather holds. It was nice when I got up this morning, but at the moment, weather changes up here all the time. So glad I got a bike ride in the other day. It was a bit chilly, but you know what? I got the ride in, and it was fantastic. And you know what the worst of it was? Not that I want to say there's a worst of it. Went all over there, bought me paint, got home, sat down, was looking at the next model, and I forgot to buy silver paint, didn't I? I literally forgot. I went all the way over there literally to buy more paints, but I went all the way over there specifically, can't speak, I went all the way over there to specifically to buy some silver paint, and I got so excited by all the other colours, I forgot the silver paint. And I got so excited by all the other new bright colours, I literally forgot to buy my silver paint. I got a little bit left in the tin there, so anyway, it'll have to get me through. The next model I've just opened up, AMT model. Oh my God, I thought I got a bargain when I bought them. Then I thought I got a bargain when I bought that box full of models. So far, it's not really turning out that way. And the next one I've just opened, I was just going to do something really funky with it, like I was just going to paint the engine all the wrong colours and funky and loud and crazy. So I opened the model up. It's an AMT, but it's like a very late model. Jesus, it's just, yeah, I'll show you when I get into it, I'll do a thing on it, but the everything about that model is just absolute crap. Anyways, that's another video for its own time, but yeah, I opened it up and it was like, yeah, I might have got diddled a bit, but anyway, we need to get into the boat and I need to get the plugs out. So, right, we'll get back to you later. Bye. Right, well, it's time to get back under the bonnet. Oh, camera's moving around a bit, sorry about that. So I'm going to do all the plugs one by one. I haven't found my hacksaw blade yet, but the first thing I need to do is literally get the air filter off. Now I'm going to do this side first. Why? Because it's the bloody hardest. For putting in plugs number 1 and 2, which are really hard, I've got this and I'll put on the end of the spark plugs in. I'll put that on the tip of the spark plug, and I can actually get in there and get the spark plug in. I may or may not show you that trick later. I'm not going to show you me undoing every one. First thing, let's just get this air filter off. I do have to play up the carb today. I am not touching the timing whatsoever. Today is regapping the plugs. I do want to pull the front of this up. I play with these mixture screws. I put that gauge on. I play with the mixture screws. Nothing fucking happened. Absolutely nothing happened. There was no variation in the gauge whatsoever. I did come in via this here. I've only got a couple of inlets into the manifold to get my vacuum reading from. This is a dual plane manifold, whether that makes any difference, but this is the only vacuum access point I do have into this manifold. So anyway, I'm going to pull the plugs. I'm going to start at the back down here. You're not going to watch. Too painful. and then I'll just stop and start it and go through, and we'll have a good look at each plug as they come out. So righty, I'll get into it. Also have to mention is I put the 2 litres of metho in with that 15 litre of fuel. I then went back down the servo and I filled up the car completely. So that 2 litre of metho has now been distilled with 75 litres of fuel. I've only done a short run on these plugs, so I just thought I'd quickly say that. So as far as someone said with the water and the metho, could be burning unclean. But anyway, this is the plugs as they come out in order. Right, so that is the condition on right side down the back cylinder. There you go. Right, the next ones that come out I'll make a lot short. Okay, this one's next plug out, which is right bank second from the end. So that makes it number 7, number 5 or number 6. I don't fucking know which way they count to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to say this is spark plug number 5. And this was also the dirtiest one. This is also was the dirtiest one that actually came out of the whole motor. And this one does look a slightly different colour. So anyway, rightio. This is pot number 3. Nice and clean. Just have a quick look myself. A little bit of a mark on the back there, but basically nice and clean. Right, I don't know how much you guys are going to see down here. I'm trying to get this number 2 plug back in. It's a real pain in the ass because of the dipstick. I can't get my hand in there. So I'll just put this bit of rubber tube on the end. And there we go. That plug is now threaded in there, just like that. That bit of rubber tube right there saves me a whole lot of fucking hassle. I can tell you that right now. This is the only one on this side I use the extension on to get in and out. I've been using the ring spanner on the others. Okay. That's it. I never over tighten these ever. Rightio. Now the worst one. I don't know if you can see what you can see. Got to get down into. This is the worst one because the power steering pump's in the way. So I use a ring spanner, not a box spanner, ring spanner. Why is it called a ring spanner? It's got a fucking ring on it. There's no box on the end of that, it's a ring. Anyway, that's my crack at someone in particular, but anyway, I think there's a bastard of a plug to get in and out. I hate it. It'd be almost simpler just to drop all the belts on the, there we go, got it. It'd be simpler to drop all the belts. Oh, no, I haven't got it. Oh, come on, fingertips. Oh, come on. Long-winded bastard when you don't want them to be. Come on, you're coming. I'm winning. There we go, we got you. Rightio, that's it. So that's number 1 spark plug. That might have been old number 7 spark plug. 5. 7. Fuck. Old number 7. The grotty one on that bank. I put the same bank back in that side. I just changed position. So that might have been second from the back, which is now number 1. Rightio. Right. Right, let's put you guys back in the shed where you belong, out of the sun. I'll go and pull the next. I'll go and pull the next 4 lot of plugs, show you each one on the way through, regap them, put them back in, and we'll do a cold start and see how we go from there. So, all right, catch you in a minute, bye. Rightio, so I believe this is plug number 6. No, it can't be, it's got to be plug number 7. Shit. So out of order. All right, so it's the rear plug on the left bank anyway, coming up the left side now. So, yeah, it has to be number 7 because the other plank. So it's dark. Not white and clean like the others. Anyway, right, regap, going back in. Where am I? Rightio, I do believe I'm at plug number 5, which is second from the back left bank. It's a little bit dirty, not nice and white and sterile, clean like the other couple of plugs were. So anyway, recap, back in. Well, you know how it goes. You're halfway through doing a job and some pesky bastard shows up on their motorcycle. So g'day, mate.
G'day.
Rightio, I'll get back to you a bit later. Bye. Rightio, so I would call this, what am I up to? What plug am I, number 2?
Yeah.
Or number 4, number 4. Number 4. Second from the front.
Yeah.
Right, plug number 4 is, this one is really grotty inside. And I'll pick it up in this light. Now the sun's fucked off. Let's get out here in the day. Let's see this camera adjust. These GoPros, you can't get the fucking... All right, so that's a little bit... The others were steamy white. Not so steamy white. Okay. Gapping back in. All right, well, one would suggest that this bank's definitely... Well, all bar number 1 and 3 on the other side or something. These are all running way richer. Dual plane manifold. Right, left bank getting more fuel than the right bank by lots. Something's wrong with the carby. Okay, so your spark plugs can sort of tell you a lot. So right now I'm getting the impression this front bank, I'm getting this impression that the left bank is definitely getting way more fuel than the right bank. This is a dual plane manifold, which could help explain that as well. The metering block on this carby is not working. I've had those fucking mixture screws in and out and fucking in and out, in and out. I've got to pull that down, and I've got a couple of other metering blocks here I can use, and I've got a couple of little jet sizes to play with and fuck with. So, rightio, well, door plugs back in the car. Cold start, starting warm, been setting for hours. Plugs all back in. This is cold start. Oh fuck, did I read? Yeah, I did. On a hacksaw reset. Let's go. Well, fuck me. I think she likes the big open gap much better. Didn't like that at all. Got me plugs on the right way? I'm sure I fucking have. She would have made me making a lot worse noise than that. That does not sound like she did when I started her up this morning. Cold start, she vroom. Oh, fuck me. That did not sound good. Okay, maybe it is the biggest spark she wants after all. So this is how you tune these old girls. You fucking do shit and you learn shit. Haven't fucked with the carby since I started this morning. Started this morning, just fucking boom, powerhouse, ready to go. Let's rock and roll. That's not let's get going. That's like, fuck, not good. That's misfiring, not running. It did not sound like that before I fucked with the plugs. How about that?
Didn't go too wide, did you?
Well, I've just closed them.
Oh, you closed?
I've just closed them down to the hacksaw thickness that we normally used to do. I had them at the feel gauges. Fuck, I had a huge gap. Where's my feel gauges? They're rusty, so I couldn't really do it to specs of any sort. I don't know. I had it the thickest one, got it, and then also went tweak.
No, you can't do that.
Well, I did do that. So, as I was just saying to Wartai there, I stuck it in the gap of the plug, and this is the thickest hacksaw blade. This is what I had in here this morning before I fucked with them. Now the car don't want to go. Put them in there, got it nice and then just went tweak like that, just a little bit, give her a little bit more. And she was fucking running like a champion, and now I've gone and adjusted all the plugs down to what should be specs. She no want to go. We know what that means, don't we? I pull the fucking plugs out and fucking do it all again. Later, worlds. Bye. Rightio, worlds. Old mate Wartie's about to take off. Heading north.
Heading to Bundy.
Yep, that's heading north
Yeah,
from here. It is from here. And I've got a little trick I want to start doing on the boat shortly, so we'll just see Wartie on his way and I'll get back to you. I should go on that way.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
No, you'll be right.
I'll go on that, yeah.
Old mate Wartie on his way north. Are we recording? Yep, there he goes. Talk about these rat bags dropping in and disturbing me, but I think he's given me a good, well, these bloody rat bags dropping in and disturbing my work. All right, now, I've had a think. We went and had a cup of tea and I've had a think. And she's run like a bucket of shit, as we heard, like fucking terrible. But I haven't played with the carby, so I think it's time to wind in the mixture screws because they're so far out. There he goes, I can hear him. Oh no, that wasn't out that far. Maybe they weren't far enough, rightio. Christian has given me a different way to tune these mixer screws. Right, fuck, they weren't out very far at all. Okay, Christian says go out 4, run like shit, wind its way, and we've always done standard 1.5. I'm gonna go 1.5 out. Half, 1, half. They're just loose in that metering block. Maybe it's not the plugs after all before I go pulling them out. Half, 1, half. There's our starting point. Rightio. Let's see if she starts and runs now. A little bit better, but not much. She needs tuning now. The other day was down here, so she's running better than it was yesterday. Still not smooth though. Point. Oh, that went down. That went up. That went down. That went down a lot. Rightio. Not liking that. Bring it back up. Sounds like it's got a mist to it. All right, let's see how she stops and starts. I've lost my vacuum gauge. Something seems heavier about it, but I'm not sure what it is. Shit, I've lost my vacuum gauge. Did I box it up and send it off with the gauge pod? I must have. Fuck. I wanted that. So the coil's buzzing nowhere near as hard as it was at idle. There's definitely a change. I'm trying to find the vacuum gauge that I took out of the pod that I was sending the big GT fan, and I think I've mailed it all inside the box to the GT fan. I think I didn't keep it out for myself. Bugger. Rightio, I need to go for a test drive. Rightio, let's go. Something feels wrong under pedal. Let's see how she goes out on a run. Sounds different out the exhaust, totally different. Can't believe gapping the plugs can make that much difference. Well, not I can't believe, but like the difference is huge. Everything sounds wrong. Oh no, this thing's not even going. No, something's wrong. Look. Well, whatever I've done, whatever I've done to my car, I've certainly wrecked it. I certainly wouldn't put that down to timing. Or maybe it is completely timing. But right now, my car has no go whatsoever. Nope. I've made a complete mess of me, old girl. Damn. I could hear it. Something wasn't right. It was just like, something's definitely not right. I got all my plug leads on the right way around. So really. So I'm back to, could that be timing? I don't want to mess with the timing. I had the timing perfectly just about set up when I had the plugs at that other gap. Can it be timing? That was just what? No, that was just woeful. This car wants a big healthy fucking bit of spark into it. Alright, so I don't do anything else. I re-get the spark plugs and start her again. Before I go changing anything else. All right, I thought carby might have been part of it. So before I change anything else, I've got to go back in, re-get those spark plugs and see, and just see. I'm not touching it now, it's too fucking hot. Another cup of tea. So, righto, worlds. Catch you later. Bye. Righto, worlds. Well, it's literally from flying to bloody crying. Ah, fuck. Can't believe gapping or re-gapping those plugs has made that much extreme difference. So, what I'm going to do, before I pull the plugs out and re-gap them all again, back to where they were, supersized, we've got the brand new timing light. Oh, look at that. That's a click-on one too. Rightio. This is the timing light Max gave me. Let's see how we go. That sounds like the timing's so far out, it's not funny. Right, that does show it's a long way out down there. Alright, oops. Let's bring it back to where I think the timing should be. Sorry Max, I'm going to use my spanner. Yours is a little bit thin. So, I'm going to advance the timing.
That's gone the wrong way.
As far as this timing light, that's gone the wrong way. What the fuck? The timing light's moved the wrong direction. This is why I don't use timing lights. Well, that's bringing it closer into time. It sounds like she's missing. Right, that's pretty much brought into the timer marks where it's telling me it should be. I don't fucking believe it. There's nothing about this I like. There's nothing about the sound out the back that I like. There's nothing about this that I like at all. Rightio, well, I was not overly happy with this. I'm going to take this for a quick drive after I unplug my timing light. So that is timing light timed. Totally different to how I time it. I might take this with me. So that's timing light timed, not how I time it. Let's go. All right, I'll catch you when I get back. Right, well, then get out the driveway and have to turn around and come back. So I need to put the timing back where it was. Then what I need to do is I need to pull every spark plug out of this thing and regap it to where I had it originally and see if that makes any difference. Because right now, this is timed by the timing light. The plugs have been regapped via what they should be. And the only thing I can think of is that maybe one of my goddamn plugs isn't firing, but no, it's just not running. So I'll put the timing back to where it was. Free spark plug gap. The timing marks are right there. Advance it there where they were. It was, yeah, around there somewhere. Maybe I should try and drive it there. Righty, well, I'm going to leave it there for today. It's getting late in the afternoon already, and the motor's pretty warm. It's going to take a while before it cools down enough before I want to be putting my hands in around the exhaust pipe here, as close as I have to get to be pulling spark plugs out. So we're going to say today is done. So that was timed with a timing light via the marks. What the hell is going on? Okay, I'm going to regap these. I'm going to regap these plugs. Probably tomorrow. I've got SES in the morning. I've got to go and set up the bingo hall in the morning. So by the time I get back and blah, 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 I'll probably start anywhere between... So I don't really get going yet. I don't normally get going until pretty much between 10 or 11 a.m. By then the sun's up enough, it's sort of warm enough to move around, and there's no moisture on the ground. This is not running right. Those plugs haven't got anywhere near enough spark plug gap. This thing likes a big evil gap. Anyway, well, I've pretty much done enough for today. Like I said, got to wait for the motor to cool down. It's too hot to get in there. It's going to take at least an hour or so to cool down. Sort of end of the day, so it's time for me to kick back, maybe watch a bit of Netflix. Also, big shout out, Jeremy, Trish, Pete. Thank you very much for all your comments. Max, thank you yet again. Thanks, mate. Just, yeah, made me fucking day for sure. Wartie, thanks for dropping in, mate. Pretty cool to see you. And yeah, hope you have a safe ride up to where you're going, and hope you have a safe ride when you're heading home. So, rightio, worlds, I'm pretty much done here for the day. I know what I've got to do next. It's back to the spark plugs yet again. Got to get them running right before I can get anything else running right. So anyway, stay safe, keep your knees in the breeze, and we'll catch you later. Bye.